I'm on set. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check.
Hey vlog, what's up? So here we are in my car, and I'm starting to really love this driving and vlogging thing. Like, double whammy, am I right? Alright, I should get directions. Yes, I'm doing this while I'm driving, and I'm sorry. Oh, there's actually, oh my god, I know exactly where we're going now. There's this really nice Starbucks in this area I'm going to that's like brand new. It's pretty bitchin'. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little live chat once I get my life together here. Oh, I can't see. Okay, sunglasses on now, guys. And so we're back from our Starbucks run. I vlogged a bunch in the car, and when I sat down at Starbucks, which by the way, the barista was very rude and made my drink wrong and then like got super defensive, I was like, girl, I'm not mad. I just want the right drink. That's all. That's all, sweetie. All love out here. So anyways, when I sat down and started to edit, I was like, okay, this is a hot mess. I want to actually provide content that people need and care about. Yes. This is my chubster. This is Freckles. And she wants to run away. So, I did a poll on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head over to @TheMichaelaJ so you can see all my stories and my posts and get to vote on things. All things content. I'm gonna talk about how traveling made me into the personal growth guru I am now. So what happened was I did a study abroad to France last summer, and I was there for 5 weeks, best 5 weeks of my entire life, and it was the first time I traveled alone. I didn't know anybody going on the trip from my college. We had done like 2 or 3 group meetings, but it was just to go over like the logistics. We never got to meet each other. I think we said our names maybe once, but like never got to mingle. Everybody had had French classes together except for me. Like basically everybody knew at least one person, and I knew absolutely nobody. So that was a little bit intimidating, and I was one of the youngest on the trip as well. So I went early, spent some time with Marion, my French sister, and then the rest of the trip wasn't alone because I was always with somebody. We got separated into our classes based off of our French levels. You'd always like go shopping with somebody after school, go to the bar, go to the club, go get coffee, go grocery shopping, snacks, whatever. You're always with somebody, there's always somebody to hang out with. And this trip really changed my life because I have never felt so loved in one place than I was there. Because everybody in the entire school, not even people just from Nebraska, but everybody that went to CDEF, which was our school, was so open, loving, and accepting. And it was just a really positive environment that everybody was really happy, super excited to be there, really welcoming, and it was just all around so wonderful because I was coming from a place where I was really bored with life. I was working every day, honestly pretty miserable, and I'd started off the summer with a really bad note. So I was definitely ready for this trip and had high hopes but didn't know what to expect, and it ended up being better than I could have ever imagined. So I knew this was gonna be a really good experience for personal growth for myself because I was going alone. Didn't know anybody, which forced me to socialize, which forced me to step outside of my comfort zone, and just staying with a French family, speaking French all the time, really just forces you to get outside of your head and just do things. So that's exactly what happened. That is the intention I set for the trip, to just get out of my comfort zone and do. Just made me realize that there is a balance to be had. There is a balance between being with people, being outside of your comfort zone, and having a lot of fun, doing crazy new things, and then you need to balance that with being alone, reflecting, realizing what's going on in the present moment when you're not having that super fun time. Because it's really easy to be present when you're having a great time. When you're in the club, you have a mojito in your hand and you're like fist pumping to like French music and you don't know what's going on, but everyone's sweaty and you're with all your friends. It's really easy to be present in that moment because you're having so much fun. But when you come home and you sit down and you're alone and you realize this is all just temporary, and that you have to go home after this, and all these friendships you're building, you might not see any of them for a really long time, and you just get all wrapped up in your thoughts. And so I learned really quickly that you need to balance being present and making yourself present, because it's a choice. It's like choosing to be happy every day. You choose to be in the present moment, not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future, not being anxious, none of that. Like I said, that was one of the biggest shifts that I had. And so that's what really kicked off my personal growth. And that's what I want to focus on here, is that if I had not studied abroad, if I had not taken the chance to go alone, to do something uncomfortable, to travel, to go back to France, if I had not done that, I don't know who I would be today, because that trip really changed my entire life. And I say that with absolute confidence, that I was 100% a different person when I came home. And if you have been reading my blog for a while, or if you picked up my ebook, you know that I started this personal development journey my senior year of high school. I was miserable in high school. I was miserable, and I tried really hard to push through, be positive, become a happier person, and I failed the first time because I didn't realize that it took work, it took effort. You have to choose that every single day. So I have been going on this journey, and it was really the push that I needed, which is why I'm so passionate about traveling and manifesting and creating your life, because you have to get out of your comfort zone to make the next thing happen. You just have to. Like, your full potential always lies a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and that's every single time. You have to keep pushing. And had I not gone to France and pushed outside my comfort zone, who would I be right now? Like, that's a really deep question, but it's true. Like, I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know what my life would look like. Maybe I wouldn't be as positive. I wouldn't be hosting my retreat. I wouldn't have written a book. Like, it's just insane. So, oh God, it's crazy to think about. So when I came back, I was a completely changed person. I was super positive. I only said positive things. I didn't want to hang out with certain people because I knew they would be negative and complain a lot. I just really wanted a positive environment. I wanted everything to be loving and so fun, and I didn't want to gossip about people. I didn't want drama. Just completely transformed into this self-growth journey. And so I started reading a lot. I started listening to all these podcasts and doing lots of journaling and personal development and stuff, and now here I am. I am this self-growth or personal growth guru for you guys, and it's all because of traveling. And that's why I love doing it so often, because it just gives you a different perspective that you often need. That's so important, to keep your mind fresh, to give you different points of views, to help you visualize different things, and it brings different inspirations and ideas. So it's just so important to me. And like, that's why I set intentions for trips, because like when I went to Canada, my intention was just to relax. I had been working so hard during the school year, during the semester up to spring break. I had been doing a million things in my blog. I had started my ebook at that time, so everything was just insane. And I set the intention to just relax, to just unwind and have a good time and not stress out, not schedule a million things. And that was like the best thing ever. It was such a good reset. I just took my time. I ate good food. I shopped and bought nicer clothes. And it was honestly one of the best trips I've ever been on. I loved Toronto so much. And every single thing that has pushed me forward is from a trip that I've taken. And I know it's not always easy. It's not always affordable, but there are ways to make it happen. That's why I have so many blog posts about this, about cheap flights, cheap accommodations, ways to eat cheaper, cheap things to do, free things to do, and I am planning on updating some of those soon so you can have summer things. But there are resources out there, you just have to go find them. And it's like the first chapter of my ebook talks about: figure it out, figure everything out, find a way to make it happen. And there's always a way, there's always a resource. You just have to go and look for it, and you just have to step a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Do whatever it takes to do that, because it will make the biggest difference in your life. I promise. I seriously promise. I feel so passionate about this. And that's why I'm having my Greece retreat, because the best shifts happen when you're not in an uncomfortable position, but when you're outside of your comfort zone. So when you're not in your home, you're not in your room under the same fuzzy blanket you sleep in every night, drinking the same tea you're drinking every day, doing the same journal prompts you're doing every day. Like when you're in Greece, you're staying in this luxury villa, you're with some girls that you don't know that you're gonna become best friends with, you're with me, and I'm giving you all these tools to up-level your life, to change the way you're thinking, to become a more positive person, to manifest more into your life. And at the same time, we're also adventuring, and we're going zip lining, we're going island hopping, all these exploring things, so you can expand your horizons. You're gonna think differently, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna see more things, so you can visualize what more you want out of life when you have such an abundant and open space to do it. And my intention for this video was not to plug the Greece retreat, it just kind of came out because honestly, the transformations that are gonna happen in Greece are like the transformation I had in France, because it was such a monumental shift in my life. I want everybody to feel that way. I want everybody to realize that they can create this positive environment for themselves. They can create this amazing life, and all they have to do is get a little bit out of their comfort zone. And yeah, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to afford. My study abroad was like $6,000, but you find a way, you find the resources, you set up the payment plan. This is falling. And you just make it happen, because the best investment is an investment in yourself. Because you can invest in stocks and not know how the stock market's gonna do, but you can invest in yourself and know that those tools that you learn, you're going to put to use. Oh God, I just feel so passionate about this. So I hope this gave you guys some inspiration to get a little bit outside of your comfort zone, to try new things, maybe go on a trip you're wanting to go on. I will leave the link below to my Greece retreat. It's just like a little information page about what's going on, and then you'll book a call with me and we'll talk about all the fun details over the phone. So want to get a little 30-minute chat with me on the phone, do it below. We'll talk all things Greece, all the kind of shifts you want to happen and all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for doing this little chat. I hope to see you guys taking trips, making shifts, DMing me on Instagram about how amazing they were. And I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday.